Hello there.
Woo! As you can see, I pulled out the Ric Flair right there. I don't know why, but as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm recording this right after finishing episode 7 of season 2 of Lost. We are now on to episode 8 of season 2 for the very first time. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here for Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting his shot. And yeah, this episode is a number that belongs to one of the numbers that we are accustomed to on this show. So yeah, we're going to get into the reaction. It does sound like it is going to be a banger after, you know, the other blue ball tease we just got at the end of the episode that was similar to episode 6 after Shannon got shot. It's like, okay, we're not going to deal with it yet again. Okay, surely this episode. But yeah, I hope you guys have been enjoying the reactions just as much as I am enjoying this show at the moment. It has been an absolute pleasure to watch this series for the very first time. It's been such a breeze as well. Like, it's so easy to watch, and it's absolutely fantastic. And funnily enough, I was actually speaking to my dad's missus the other day, and I was telling her, yo, I've started Lost on the YouTube channel. And she goes, oh, you started watching Lost? She goes, that was absolutely massive at the time. She goes, people were crazy about that show. And I'm like, yeah, I know from the comments, it is absolutely crazy. So yeah, we're here to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be the ANA LUCIA episode. Let's go. He always too quick to pull the trigger, man. No pun intended. Poor Shannon. But yeah, quick in her decision making.
So how you doing?
Too quick.
Well, the family with the screaming baby moved.
White rabbit.
Oh, you must be thrilled.
You're wearing white.
Actually, it's too quiet now.
Listen, I have yet to upload an episode for season 2 yet. All right, that's how far ahead I am, and I like to say that far ahead because I have the time to record at the moment, and at the same time, it's easier to avoid spoilers. But I want to say, after the 2 episodes we just had where ANA LUCIA was a very prominent character, it made sense that in the episode we're possibly going to deal with the aftermath of Shannon, to have her as a flashback, because I feel like maybe the creators themselves are going to try and make us a bit more sympathetic to her cause. But I understand the situation she was in, and it's going to be interesting to see you guys respond to my comments about, you know, her being quick to pull the trigger on Shannon. And even though I think it was completely the wrong decision to do, it's been her character since the beginning. And even in the last episode I just watched, you know, always the aggressor, always quick to come, always, like I said, metaphorically quick to pull the trigger and come to a conclusion. And I think that has something to do with her field of work in her past life, where you have to act quickly maybe. And yeah, I think it has something to do with like military, or even being a police officer or something along the lines of that, where there isn't much time, you know, to think about something, and you have to make a quick judgment. So I feel like this episode, and she's wearing white, I don't think that's a reference to the White Rabbit, and we've seen a lot of the characters wear white. Yeah, it's going to be the episode where maybe the creators themselves try and make her a much more sympathetic character. And I don't know really how the Lost fan base feels about her at the moment, because the comments haven't started flooding in, because I haven't uploaded any episode to deal with season 2 thus far. And I said last episode, you know, I like Michelle Rodriguez as an actress, but I feel like maybe a different actress could have made us feel a bit more sympathetic, depending on the way certain lines were delivered, possibly. Because Michelle Rodriguez is playing the character I feel like she plays in a lot of the films I've seen her in. I feel like it's maybe a little bit of a typecast, and I don't know if that's the direction. I don't know if she was directed to be that way, or it's just Michelle Rodriguez. Even though I still like, honestly, I like Michelle Rodriguez. So
how's Danny? You two trying to work things out?
There's nothing to work out. He left.
So, how was the firing range?
oh, she was good, man.
How did it feel to hold a gun again?
Very good.
All these steps count, Anna. You've come a long way since we met 4 months ago.
Okay, so clearly I think
She say,
she was a police officer, and
you know,
she did something, and
when I can come back to work.
she had to turn in her badge and her gun.
Left the final determination up to me.
Right.
Do you think you're ready?
What do you think?
I wanna think, how did you get to Sydney? And was on a flight from Sydney to Los Angeles?
Welcome back to the force, Officer Cortez.
I'm sorry to keep pausing. I just don't want to miss out on any important bits of dialogue. I commended The Sopranos for doing this a lot of the time. Even Buffy, I feel like I can't remember in my Buffy reactions, but I love, even if it's for a split second or two, the cut to like an extreme wide long shot or a long wide shot of the position of the characters themselves, such as here, where it's sort of like an aerial over the head type shot of the characters and their positioning. Even if it's like if it's like for a split second or two, it just establishes the geography of the scene and where the characters are positioned. And I love that. The Sopranos did that perfectly. And even Boardwalk Empire did that absolutely superbly when there was a bunch of characters in the room and a lot of characters. I adore the cut to like a wide long shot, establishing where all the characters are in the scene. And this is another example of Lost doing this. And it's absolutely fantastic. And it doesn't look well for Shannon here. Yeah, tempers are gonna flare here, man. Violence is about to erupt. It makes sense.
Hey! Hey! Don't move! Nobody move!
She just pistol whipped his ass, man. Yo, she did not deserve to be a police officer. I haven't even seen what she did before, but she must have. Oh, she must have been in a situation where obviously she needed time off work, and it must have been maybe a traumatic experience, or like I said, pulled the trigger early on someone.
Does he have anything else on him?
You crazy? Don't point that at me.
I said stop!
What is your problem, huh? Anna! Yeah, I mean, just stop.
Get back! Get back, both of you!
Are you crazy?
Yes,
Now! Anna!
I can tell why she was in therapy now.
We need to tie him up.
Can we attend to Shannon, please?
You do it. Use the vines from the stretcher.
Hey, if we take that thing apart, we won't be able to.
Shut up.
Anna, Sawyer needs a doctor or he'll die.
I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't, actually. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Michelle.
I hope this is all of it.
That's all we've got right now.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Ah, Captain 315. Ah, 15.
Come on in.
Evidence? You're putting me behind a desk?
Got a problem?
I want patrol.
I don't care what you want.
Just put me in a car.
You were in an officer-involved shooting. No.
¿Estás haciendo esto porque eres capitán? ¿O porque eres mi madre?
Both.
I can see the parallels between her character and Jack already. You know, both in a line of work where gotta save lives and protect people, or like, you know, and both had a parental figure in a higher position than them. So yeah, and both are their respective leaders of their groups per se. You know, Jack is the leader, or as we know it for now, the leader of the survivors currently, or like we like to say, he's the leader. Jack is the leader, and obviously ANA LUCIA is the leader of the tail section survivors.
I need to be back on the street. Please.
They got you a cake. Try and act surprised.
Oh my gosh, it's a cake. I am not liking.
Jack, I
Nice to see you out of the hatch. You could use more sunshine.
I'll take that under advisement.
Yo,
A little fruit might do you good, too. Good for the Constitution. At least that's what they say.
I said it last episode. The Rose Bernard reunion is gonna feed families.
Well,
If it happens.
they say.
Huh?
Oh man, is that mango? I could use a mango right
Just
now.
because you're a little excited, no reason to talk with your mouth full.
They're not in season at the moment, but I could use one, man. Oh.
Pass the hanging tree, doubler.
That could have seriously injured someone.
Nothing. There's no way you're hitting that.
Really? The woman's on bloody steroids.
Doubles $10,000.
Oh, that's nothing. Someone who's worth $150 million. He'll build you your own course if you want it.
What's he talking about?
Ignore him. He's an idiot.
Crap!
You hooked it.
Shouldn't the game be played
Try keeping your left arm straight.
in the other direction? Not the direction of the camp.
Giving me tips?
Kate, I'm a doctor.
So you think you could do better?
Anyone can hit a ball. That's not golf.
And what's golf?
Golf is accuracy.
Man of science.
Why don't we play a few holes and see which one of us is more accurate?
Pause! Freckles, you gotta chill, man.
You're
Pause.
kidding.
3 holes, no handicap. We play for bragging rights.
I love this moment, right? I love
What are
it.
we waiting for?
I love it. It's so charming. It's so good. It's these character moments that drive the show itself, right? I feel like the mystery was good in season 1. I like the mystery, but I was more calm with just watching the characters interact with each other for 40 minutes. Then obviously season 2, we're unraveling the mystery a bit more. But it's still these character moments that I love. And I'm still thinking about the hatch. Don't get me wrong. And why, for instance, why is there a complete military arsenal in the hatch itself? Like, why is that necessary? Is it to protect something else? Is it to protect, the individuals who are putting the code? Like, why do we need that much weaponry? I remember that. Why do we need that much weaponry to put in a code every 108 minutes? So it's clearly, a safeguard for something else that is on the island, or some people, the others, or a creature or something, which is actually pretty cool. Which it makes me, more excited to see the mystery unfold. And I love that. I love that because, yeah, that much weaponry is not needed to just put a code in on a computer every 108 minutes. So clearly there's something more. But at the same time, I'm also really disappointed in how Shannon is currently being treated, or like the situation with Shannon is being treated, because I feel like it's a testament to her character currently, and I feel like her character, despite me, I like her, I don't mind her, and I feel like she has been useful. She's just not a throwaway character, but she's currently getting treated like a character who's been sidelined the entire series, which is unfortunate. But I don't think Saeed is the one to resort to killing to get revenge for Shannon. I think he's a character that will understand. Not understand, but
I'm not.
Untie me!
Anna.
What are you doing?
I'm taking him back to his camp.
like Saeed killing ANA LUCIA is not gonna make things better, I feel like, and I think he'll understand that.
Don't leave. Please.
See, that's how
If that were you, he'd let you die.
I'm not doing it for him.
he's the real leader, Mr. Echo.
Doing it for me.
She feels helpless without him. She cannot control the situation. He's been the silent leader all along, in my opinion.
So that shrink give you any good drugs?
Not that kind of shrink.
Did you miss me?
Oh! Is that how I think it is? Oh, it is!
Heard about you and Danny.
It's the bull!
You want me to go kick his ass for you?
They're the brothers. And the Mighty Ducks 3D. I was just watching that the other day.
This way.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
8:16.
TV time at the TV.
both of you.
Put your hands where
No.
I can see you.
Okay, hold on.
Get down on the ground.
Officer Cortez.
Ma'am, get your baby upstairs.
ANA
Hands
LUCIA.
on the ground.
Please wait. ANA LUCIA.
That is an abuse of power. I'm
He's
sorry.
down.
The gun did not need it. The gun did not need to be
Holster
drawn
your
right there.
weapon. Now.
Taser, pepper spray, maybe, but like, not the gun.
I'm bringing him water. You gonna shoot me? Shoot me.
Don't even think of untying him.
All right, chill. Get it. We get it, go. We get it. Come on, Ana Lucia, man. She's frustrating.
Guess you're first.
Lucky me.
Guessing this is the
You know,
icebreaker
the
moment
ladies'
this
tee at my
episode.
club back home is about 10 feet closer.
Shut
so
up.
if you-
Jack, whoop her ass, man. I want you to send that to Jurassic Park. Send it. Oh shit, that was pretty good.
Nice.
You're up.
Come on, man. Come on. I played this shit on Wii Sports. Can't be that hard. Damn.
Wow. You really put it in there.
Pause. Come on.
If you have more balls, you can always just take a drop.
Pause. I was about to say he sent that ball to the others,
Got
man. Oh, he really in the rough. Happy Gilmore settings.
What?
It's not what it seems.
Where's the doctor?
It's not what it seems. Ah, 42. Nice.
There's a bottle of ofloxacin. Ofloxacin, little white pills. Bring the alcohol and some gauze patches. Strip that bed, make sure it's got clean sheets on it. Kate.
Yeah, here.
So many questions being asked at the moment, especially with them seeing a raft member. I love that Michael Giacchino score cue right there. I don't know what it's called, but it's like it's so good. It's so good. It's been, being played in the last few episodes. I love it. Okay, so the other Dharma logo in the bunker that Ana Lucia and the tail section survivors found had an arrow on it, and this one has a swan. I think it's a swan, so I think that's got to do with the different stations possibly having different names.
Hello. Hello.
Why did Locke approach him like an android right there?
I just want to get back to my wife.
How long have I kept you alive out here, Bernard?
Oh, come on, man. Like, this ain't the time.
That's right. So cut me some slack.
Hey, we just want to know what you're doing. What's the plan?
She has no plan. She only has her guilt and the gun.
Yeah, a couple boxes.
All right. I want at least half. And I'll need a pack. A big one. A blanket, some medicine, clothes, jeans, and socks.
Who are
You getting
you?
all this?
Yeah, I got it.
Who are you to be demanding all of this?
You bring all of that stuff back to me. And I'll let your friend go.
Not leaving them.
Michael, you should.
No, we stay together. Go. 사이들을 절대로 다치게 할 수는 없어.
I understand, Eugene. I understand, bro. I understand.
Anna, what are you doing? You can't live out here alone.
She should have stayed in therapy longer.
I'm already alone.
See, I feel like the problem with Ana Lucia at the moment is I feel like she thinks she's the only one in a situation. Like, I feel like she's the only one that has had a traumatic experience in the past, whereas everyone else on the island had 418, nice. What like everyone else has. So
I'll sign us out.
What, you talking to me now?
I just want to go home, AL.
Hey, I ordered that guy to stop twice.
So does that mean every time we run into some yo-yo with a TV in his hands, you're gonna draw down?
thank you, officer.
Ana Lucia, your guy, you got him.
Why are you doing this?
Because it's not him.
He put 4 bullets into you. Hollow points through your vest. He tried to kill you. You want a list of his priors? You want to put this guy back out on the street?
It's not him.
So is it him? But she doesn't want to admit it's him because she wants him back on the street so she can deal with him herself. I don't know. That's interesting. Because I feel like the way she delivered it was not him. It's like she knows it's him, but she is kind of disappointed that they got him.
It was an accident.
What kind of accident?
A girl was shot and killed.
What did she look like?
Oh,
She
great.
was tall, with blonde hair. It was an Arab man.
Shannon. You said there were 5 of you from the tail section?
4.
4. Why didn't the rest of them come back with you? And Michael, Jin?
They cannot come back right now.
Can you take me to them?
Yo, they got snipers, they got rifles, they got AKs. That's insane.
No.
That's a lot of firepower.
There you go. What's happening? Why is he shaking?
He's septic. Infection's gotten into the bloodstream.
Like I said, that bunker at the other station, the one Ana Lucia and co found, it had the symbols quarantine on it, but it almost as if maybe that was the exit of the bunker, or maybe it was a different entry. But the one, obviously, our characters tried to get into clearly was built that way to keep something out. And you know, the weapons themselves, or that military arsenal right there is clearly to keep something out. And you know, it's like it's almost as if it's like a last ditch failsafe to protect the 2 individuals who are meant to, you know, keep inserting the code to, you know, stop the doomsday clock from, you know, getting to 0.
The antibiotics don't bring the fever down. You go into shock. Hold him up.
Okay, I got him. It's Kate. You need to listen to me, okay?
Yeah, this love triangle is gonna be interesting,
The
man.
only way that you are gonna get better is if you take this pill. So I need you to swallow it, okay? Okay, here we go. Now swallow. Swallow. Good, good.
Nice job. I never learned the whole whisper in the ear thing in med school.
What about you?
I just don't think you're the best judge of character.
Damn!
I was with you when you put Nathan in the pit.
Is Libby a viewer? Like,
You want to go? Go. Leave. You. Go.
Might have been the best decisions he's made thus far.
Get out of here. Go.
Guessing this episode, you know, obviously titled Collision, but like alluding to a collision course, or a collision between the two camps themselves. And I know the tail section is only, you know, a small number of 5 individuals, but still, I feel like that's what it's alluding to. And obviously the collision between Saeed, Ana, a massive collision course this episode, and I feel like the final collision is going to be the two camps coming together, and I hope that's resolved this episode, because it's going to be interesting to see once everyone's, you know, all together and settled. That's going to be, you know, where I feel like the plot is finally going to kick in, because we've been dealing with the tail section survivors for the beginning of the season, and we're only a third through this season, and I feel like the mystery is just going to get better and better here, because, oh man, it's going to be crazy once we see these two camps collide with one another, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, with ANA LUCIA, you know, with her poor, I feel like, you know, a lot of characters in this show have poor judgment, but I don't know if it's because it's glaringly obvious with her. It's going to be interesting to see her, you know, interact with the other survivors. That's what I'm curious to see, because she's the leader of her group. And then obviously I feel like, you know, Jack is the leader of the other group. And it's going to be interesting to see, you know, if ANA LUCIA is going to be able to be kept in check. She loved that gun, man. She loved it. She loved it too much. She thinks she's the law out here. She not, man. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid not, sorry. Yo!
Michael,
Jen is okay.
what happened? Where is he?
He's fine. And I'll explain. But right now, I need to find Jack.
It's cool seeing all the characters like sort of reunite. It's almost as
Where are
if
they?
the Raft characters have been so far apart for so long.
You're gonna take me back out there right now.
This man isn't the problem. He brought Sawyer back.
Half dead with a bullet hole in his shoulder, John.
You gonna talk to me, or are you just gonna sit there?
Anything I say will only make you angry. So yes.
Jack!
Michael.
My boy.
Problem, man.
Ah.
Remember how to get out there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We should stop and think about this, Jack.
Think about what, John?
Shannon's dead. Besides being held at gunpoint. You want to sit here and hope that situation resolves itself? Be my guest. Know how to use this?
Yes.
Jack ain't even a cop and he's resorting. We don't need to resort to the guns, man. Please, yes.
What do you want?
Excuse me.
Peace, revenge, justice. And you are going out with all these guns. What do you want?
I want all of our people back here safely.
Your friend, Margaret.
ANA LUCIA made a mistake.
He's gonna recognize that name.
What did you say?
ANA LUCIA made a mistake.
And Lucia.
I will take you there. But only you. And no guns.
Thank you. Thank you. The guns are pointless, please.
Let's go.
Yo, that's gonna be crazy when she sees Jack.
Why are you asking me if I have children?
I'm curious.
I do not. Do you have children?
No.
Are you going to kill me? That's what you're thinking about, isn't it?
Should I?
Almost 40 days ago on this very island, I tied a man to a tree and I tortured him. I tortured him as I've tortured many men. Men whose voices I still hear at night. Should you kill me? Maybe you should. Maybe you were meant to.
Bro, she killed the love of his life. Like,
I'm a cop. One night, my partner and I responded to a burglary call. We were the first ones there. I covered the front, and he went around the back. I was there a minute. Then this kid comes right through the front door. I tell him to put his hands up. And he says, I'm making a mistake. That he's a student. And he wants to show me his ID.
so he goes to pull out the ID and you pop him.
I let him reach. All I remember was a pop. By the time I hit the ground, I thought I was dead.
Oh, okay. He shot her. Okay, my bad. That's why the 4 bullets.
I feel dead.
What happened to him?
So that's why she's so instinctive. Or so quick to pull the trigger. Because she fell for that one. He gave that individual a little bit of leeway one time, and he shot her. Yeah, so it was the guy. Yeah, it is the same guy. Yeah. But she wanted to deal with him herself, which is what I, predicted before. She took the law into her own hands, man. Just let the courts deal with him, man. Justice will prevail.
Jason.
You're gonna kill him in cold blood.
I know you.
I was pregnant.
Oh, damn. Should have taken maternity leave then, man. Shouldn't be on the job like that. Damn, how many shots?
Nothing. I never found her.
Oh, he can tell when she's lying. So that's why the last few episodes, or last episode, when someone asked her whether she had kids, she was hesitant to reply no. And she had, those few pauses whenever that question was asked, because obviously she had a miscarriage from being shot. Everyone's had a tragic story on this island, but it doesn't justify her killing that man in cold blood, because he was going to be handled by the law. They had him.
Go ahead. Pick it up. I deserve it.
What good would it be to kill you? If we're both already dead.
Surely Sharon gets a proper, ceremony, right? Like, a proper funeral, like Boone. Buried next to her brother. She shouldn't have been in the field or on patrol to begin with if she was pregnant.
Hey, can you hear me?
Maybe that's why Danny left her.
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. You're home.
I cannot. Hey, Michael seeing Vincent is so cool. But I wanted to say that, you know, it's going to be interesting to see everyone's opinions on Ana Lucia, and I just feel like it's another character with another, you know, traumatic experience and a tragic past, like everyone does on this island. Everyone has had unfortunate events happen to them in the past on this island, and she just so happens to be not the only one, because I felt like she thought she was the only one that had a past that was traumatic, whereas everyone is almost as if everyone is almost in the same boat here, and I feel like this could all be sorted out in a round table discussion, man. Like everyone just group therapy, everyone say what happened, and just, yeah, let's sort out differences and put it aside. But it wouldn't be lost if, you know, we had that round table, I guess. So yeah, listen, I do understand her situation, and I said a couple episodes ago, obviously, I thought she was you know, a character with some sort of military background, or, you know, a police officer, and yeah, listen, I get why she's so quick to come to judgments, and she's so instinctive with a gun, because it's that one moment where she, you know, she had trust in someone, or, you know, she fell for the guy saying he's gonna pull out his ID, and obviously pulled out the gun and shot her, and, you know, took her child away from her, or her child, you know, her child that was gonna be born away from her, and yeah, like I get she has those feelings, but it's just, yeah, it's unfortunate she did end up, you know, abusing her power, taking the law into her own hands, when, you know, it's so obvious that she knew it was the guy, and that he was going to be put away, and she could do nothing about it. So she could do something about it and say, you know, that wasn't the guy. So he would go, and she would take matters into her own hand and, you know, sort it out herself. And that must be why she was possibly, you know, in Sydney, maybe. So yeah, I guess we're gonna get more Ana Lucia flashbacks, or possibly an explanation, you know, verbally from her to say why she was in Sydney. Yeah, maybe she had a, she's a murderer, like she's a murderer. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it all plays out. Again, it's crazy, man. It feels like it's been such a long journey for the guys on the raft, especially, you know, landing on the other section of the island and journeying back to the main camp. It's almost as if they're home again, if that makes sense. See, Michael with Vincent is touching, man. Yeah, like I said, that Bernard Rose reunion gonna feed families. Maybe the other survivors, like the extras, might recognize Libby. We haven't seen them together one time in this show, and already you can tell they're like a major hit couple. Like they're the best couple on the island. They're like they're up there with Jin and Sun. It's been so built up. It's just like it's deserved. We already know these two are the GOAT couple, but like, yeah. Yo, how long that handcuff gonna stay on him for? And that wedding ring shining as well. That wedding ring beaming in the sun. Hey, lost and found. Tail section survivors. Don't tell me Ana Lucia took her own life. Oh no. Oh. Mr. Echo was looking up. I'm like, I thought she, you know, hung herself. Are we still gonna have that drink? 23F and 42G, I think it was. Collision, baby. Oh, so good. Oh, that was such a fantastic episode of Lost, ladies and gentlemen. It just, you know, it makes you want to keep watching. It just makes you want to keep watching and watching. Like, I don't, like, a week in between episodes would have been crazy at time. And, you know, some shows do it today. Like, obviously, a lot of the Disney Plus shows, House of the Dragon recently, Shogun, to name a few, you know, a week in between episodes. But I feel like with Lost, it would have been absolutely mental, especially with, like, you know, none of the episodes themselves being filler per se. Like, a lot happens in each episode and a lot of ground is covered. Like, the itch to just want to watch the next episode would have been absolutely mental at the time. And, you know, for me, like I said, it's on a streaming service. Whether you even if you own the Blu-ray, you can just put in the next disc, or, you know, click next up on you know, the remote. It's a lot different with this show, you know, obviously being finished and, you know, being on many platforms to watch now. So yeah, I can just put the next episode in. But like moments like this, moments like Shannon being shot, for instance, just to name a few in this season, would have had viewers itching to just, you know, get the next episode already out. Like, just let me watch the next episode. I don't want to wait a week. Like, it would have been absolutely mental. And, you know, you want, you know, I wanted the Saeed Shannon confrontation, sorry, the Saeed Ana Lucia confrontation straight away in episode 7. I'm like, let's go. And you know, the episode itself, you know, the other 48 days, we followed the tail section survivors and their perspective of events. And then, you know, the ending of that teased that this was going to be dealt with this episode. And then the ending of this episode, you know, I'm thinking to myself, I can't wait for that Ana Lucia Jack confrontation, because, you know, when that name was dropped, Jack obviously remembered it. And then obviously you cut to that beautiful wide long shot at the end, with them facing one another. And it's just like, you got to wait another week to hear them, you know, talk and converse and, you know, sort things out. And it's going to be interesting to see how the group themselves, you know, go forward now, especially with, you know, the discovery of the hatch. Ana Lucia can sort of, and Mr. Echo and Libby and Bernard can give their version of events and give them vital information as well, especially with, you know, the hatch itself, or the bunker, you know, the sort of underground facility with that's buried beneath the hatch, you know, has a different symbol. With the Dharma Initiative, you know, you have the swan, now you have the arrow, where Ana Lucia and her crew were. So yeah, and they can provide vital information to each other about the others and what they've possibly done with the remaining survivors of, you know, Flight A115 from the tail section, because Ana Lucia knows that they're holding, you know, other individuals captive, because Goodwin said, you know, the children are fine and they're being used for like another purpose. So yeah, I cannot wait to see it all unfold, ladies and gentlemen. I love this show. I love Lost, man. Season 2 is, you know, starting to get into second gear. It's absolutely sensational. And I love, you know, the first 8 episodes, you know, the first third of the season is dealing, you know, with the tail end or the tail section survivors, you know, and the members of the raft. And now that we've come on a collision course and everyone's back together, it's going to be crazy to see how everything progresses now. So yeah, woo, so many touching moments this episode as well with Saeed, and, you know, Ana Lucia. Saeed absolutely killing it. The actor who plays Saeed, again, you know, basically recognizing that, you know, him and Ana Lucia, they're scarred for life. They're already dead. You know, taking individual lives and, you know, understanding that you have to live with that forever. And he had that conversation with Charlie once he took Ethan's life. It's something you got to live with forever. So yeah, and their line of work, you know, with Saeed being in the military, torturing multiple individuals, you know, Ana Lucia being a police officer and doing what she did, yeah, those are events that will change you forever, and these are scars you have to carry for the rest of your life, and you're dead inside already. So yeah, loved it, absolutely loved it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. I cannot wait to get to editing this. I'm always on the lookout for Easter eggs as well with the numbers now. It's absolutely insane, and other type of Easter eggs that unfortunately I feel like the last few episodes, maybe there has been a few that I've, you know, glaringly missed, but I've tried to point them out, hopefully. So yeah, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. Take care. God bless. Peace.